Abducted in my home by Serbian police forces, and I was taken to my enemy's village. At that time, in 1999, being taken to a Serbian village where all the Albanians' home and the surroundings were being destroyed or burned and Albanians killed. It was the most devastating day that I will never forget. I was raped by an officer. I was raped by a civilian. I was only 16. And that is something I will never forget. No matter where I go, no matter where I share my story, a rape is a crime that kills you slowly, especially when there's no justice. In Kosovo, we have over 20,000 survivors, and I am the first one to speak up and break the taboo. And it's not only in Kosovo society; it's at least too. Sexual assaults is a crime that is not talked about, is not believed. Victims are always at blame. It's never the perpetrators. 25 years later, Serbia is yet to acknowledge the crimes they have committed or to apologize. Serbian president Vučić, he glorifies the war criminals to this day. It's for me, it's very emotional when I talk about everything that I had went through. I have been fighting for justice since 1999, since the war ended. And justice was denied to me, but it didn't stop me from fighting for others. Now I fight for the survivors around the world, despite their background. It doesn't matter, because we're not at blame, we're not at fault, and perpetrators should be the ones to feel ashamed of the crimes they have committed against any woman, including men and children. When it comes to the crimes in Kosovo, Serbians didn't spare anybody. There was a girl named Jeta. She was only 7, and she was raped by Serbian forces, and unfortunately, she died. It's I don't know what else to say because I get very emotional when I talk about this stuff. But I'll always fight for justice. I'll always fight to speak up. Serbians, they destroyed my teenage years, but I would never let them win my present or my future. I would never let them have control over my future or my life. And I try to now enjoy the life as much as I can because life is too short. And they're the ones that they should feel ashamed and not me. It's a crime that was done against my will. And yeah, so thank you. And here is my very dear friend, Sharita, that she's a survivor as well. And she lives in Canada and she needs to be heard. Thank you.
Good evening, mirëmbrëma të gjithëve. Mirë se keni ardhur. Para se të filloj të tregoj tregimin tim, kisha dashur to thank Canadian government who were there for us, who gave us opportunity, a better future for our children. We will never forget that we get older, but young generation will give back to Canada. Thank you. You will hear my story today, so you will never forget it. More importantly, you all must do everything you can so that stories like this are told, not so we feel better, but being relieved from the burden of carrying these scars, but so that those who did this don't get away with it. Those who are thinking about doing this can't get away with it. And more importantly, so the victims can heal and justice can be served. I am Shureta Tahiri Suleimani. I am a survivor from the war in Kosovo, a survivor rights advocate, and a member of Kosovo Rehabilitation Center of Torture Victims. I am a member of SEMA Network. I'm a member of Dr. Dennis Mukwege Foundation. I'm a member of IRCT. I am here today, not only as a wartime rape survivor, but also as an advocate for the rights of all survivors.